Assalamu alaikum. Today we continue with Arabic grammar for beginners. In this lesson here, which is the third lesson from the book for the Arabic grammar for elementary schools, here الكلمات والكلام. This here الكلمات is plural for word. So this here is words. الكلمات, the plural of word. So الكلام is speech. So الكلمات والكلام, words and speech. So here we'll just give you an idea about the structure of the language. We talked before about how many letters a word would have. Now when you look at the text, or when you study the grammar, the way the grammarian study the grammar or teach it, they define the useful sentence, or what they call al-kalam, the speech. For the grammarian, the speech is a useful sentence. That's another word for it. That's the way how they use it. Now that's how in the grammar book, that's how you understand the word kalam when you read it in a grammar book. And it's called a useful sentence. What a useful sentence means is, when you hear it, you don't wait for more information. You know what the person talking to you wanted to tell you, so that you are satisfied with what the sentence is supposed to tell you. So the minimum of words you have in a sentence for something to be called a speech, the minimum is 2 words. So 2 words, that's the minimum to call it a speech for the grammarian. So now when you look at this text here, you will recognize this is a word, this is a word, this is a word, this is a word, this is a word. We discussed that each different words have different names. So you have nouns, you have verbs, you have prepositions, you have articles. So all these are words. When you put the minimum 2 together and it has useful meaning to the person you are talking to, that's considered speech. So 2 words and up. Now, in the way we use the language, some sentences, when it's written, it's 1 word. So if you look at this one here, تنبه, this is a command which says pay attention. So if you're talking to someone and you say just this 1 word, تنبه, pay attention, he will understand. Just like in English, if you say to someone write and you're talking to him, that's it. You do not say write, you write. You do not use the pronoun you. So same thing in Arabic. You will hear 1 word, but you will understand it as a sentence because the other word is implied, and it's used in language in different ways. So this is an important point, is if you say it's 2 word minimum for a speech or a useful sentence, in reality we sometimes only pronounce 1 word, but we understand the rest through other means. Like if I'm standing in front of this, here it says هذا فرس, this is a mare. Here they had a typo there, they fixed it here, whoever had this book. So هذا فرس, this is a mare. So if we were standing there and I pointed at the mare, you'll understand the word this even if I don't say it. So just keep this in mind. By saying 2 words is the minimum, it means 2 words either pronounced or understood. So that's just so we can understand that we will see sometimes 1 word, but we will say it's a full sentence. Now if we just take a quick look at these examples here that they gave for sentences. Here it says جاء المعلم, the teacher came. So this is a verb here, that's 1 word. المعلم, the teacher. So جاء المعلم, the teacher came. So here you don't wait for more information about this thing, this fact that the teacher has arrived, because it's full sentence. It makes sense to you. That's it. So this is a useful sentence. هذا فرس. This is a mare. So this is also a full sentence. This is a demonstrative noun. هذا, this, هذا. فرس is mare. Here يكتب زهير الدرس. This is one word, two words, three words. يكتب here is the present tense for the word write. So he writes. This is how you understand this by itself. He writes. We will discuss how you understand the pronoun he in this word later. So Zuhair is a proper noun. That's the doer, the subject of this sentence. He's the one who is doing the writing. يكتب زهير الدرس, the lesson. So Zuhair is writing the lesson. So here you have an example of full sentence made up of three words. Here قرأت كتاب النحو. قرأت, I read. Here this pronoun, this to here at the end, indicates that I say I قرأت. I read كتاب, book. النحو, كتاب النحو. We will learn later how to make the statement book of. So in Arabic you see this here is kitab, indefinite noun, just any, could be any book. When you put this defined word with this definite article al here, النحو, the grammar, النحو, this becomes the structure as if you said the grammar book. You put the grammar after the book and it's understood as the book of grammar. Same thing in Arabic here with different arrangement. You put the two words, this one here is defined, so now this becomes defined because you're saying now it's not just any book, it's the book of grammar. We will talk about this later, but this is how you get two nouns together and you end up with a full sentence. Or this here completes this sentence here. So قرأت كتاب النحو. I read the book of grammar. And here العلم نافع. Knowledge is useful. Notice now the knowledge, العلم, the knowledge is useful. So here this is one word and I completed the sentence with it. These are two nouns here. This one here is defined and this one here is not defined, but this here is telling me or completing the sentence for me. So the speaker wanted to, or the writer wanted to tell me something about knowledge, and that is it's useful. So this is how the sentence is structured. Two nouns or two words gave me speech or useful sentence. العلم نافع. هل حضر سليم? Now we have three words here. This here is كلمة. كلمة is word, so this here is كلمة واحدة, one word. كلمة واحدة, one word. كلمة واحدة, one word. Now this here is used to ask questions. هل. In English, the closest you can think of, or I can think of, is did. In English, did is the past tense for the verb do, but it's used for question. Here, this is not, in Arabic, this is not a part of a verb or a past tense of a verb. It's just a word used for inquiring or asking questions. So, hal, you can think of it as did in English. So, that's the closest I can think for hal. So, if you say hal hadara, hadara is the past tense of attend. So, hadara, he attended, and ja'a, he came. So, hadara, hal hadara, did حضر, this is the structure in Arabic. حضر سليم, Salim attended or was present in this context. So when someone arrives, you can also say he is present. So حضر Salim. Salim is a proper noun. So by adding this hal here, I am asking the question, did Salim arrive or was he present? So هل حضر سليم, this is full sentence. Now here, notice the answer for this question. نعم قد حضر سليم. Yes, Salim did attend. So this قد here is only used with verbs. You will only see it before a verb like here, which is a useful tip for text analysis. So قد حضر سليم. So here you are answering the question. You are saying yes. قد حضر سليم. Salim did attend. Now, in real talk, if you're talking to someone and he asks you هل حضر سليم, you might just say نعم, one word. The rest here, قد حضر سليم, you imply it, and the person you are talking to will be satisfied because he knows the one word you just used is an answer to his question, so the rest of the answer is implied. So you did not have to say it, but here you can say it in writing. So if you see it written by itself in a text, it means nothing. But in speech, in answer to this question, of course, it will be a full sentence and the rest is implied. So this is how we should think about the language. In here, نعم قد حضر سليم. Yes, قد حضر سليم. Salim did attend. This is how you can understand this قد with the verb. This past tense, attend. It's as if you said, yes, he did attend. So قد حضر is like, he did attend. It's like an emphasis. So you can think of it as this way now. So قد حضر سليم. So that's another example for a useful sentence. This is the first part. Next time, inshallah, we continue with this lesson. See you then. Assalamu alaikum.